What was the decision making by the Chiefs today? Obviously we're outside the building, and we saw the Super Bowl. We saw Mahomes is still running for his life because those two tackles weren't there, and now the two tackles won't be there. What's going on here with that decision?
Yeah, so this is one where obviously it happens this morning, and I think I think Mitchell Schwartz we knew was coming. He's got some decisions to make about what he wants to do when he gets healthy. So I think. Play or not, I think that was, probably not a surprise. The Fisher one, was a surprise, and then you sort of think about it, and it really should be obvious because, obviously Patrick Mahomes is running for his life in the Super Bowl. That's why these moves were made, because Eric Fisher has a torn Achilles, and it is a cold world, but he's not going to be healthy till September or maybe even October. They have to get better at tackle. So if you got Mitchell Schwartz, who just had surgery, Eric Fisher, who's early on in his rehab, that means they need two tackles to start the season. That means they need money to have two tackles to start the season, and that's why this happened. So that's, it was. I knew about Mitchell Schwartz. I did not know about Eric Fisher, but then thinking about it this morning, just like to enter my world a little bit, I was frustrated because. He posted on Instagram, and I'm like, should have known that was coming. It makes sense.
So what does this mean, Ian, about what to expect? Because we've never seen – there's been a ton of firsts, man. From a 43-year-old winning a Super Bowl, right, to you doing an interview while microwaving something – to somebody like Wentz underperforming after signing a monster 9-figure deal, and then the guy who was taken in front of him also traded away. It's just there just seems to be different ways of looking at the unparalleled present, and now the cap is down. Like I don't think knock on wood we'll ever see that again. What are we expecting here over the next 90 hours, Ian? What are you expecting?
It's not a lot of good things, honestly. More of what we've got. And, it's weird because this year's been weird for so many reasons. We've had, the Deshaun Watson situation, which I think probably has escalated to a point where most of us did not see it going. You have the Russell Wilson situation. Like I remember when we were talking on Game Day Morning during the Super Bowl and teams were calling about Russell, and I was like, this would be interesting to see if, this becomes, and then it all went crazy, and now we're here. I think the next week or so is going to be more like, almost like the opposite, because what you're going to see is a lot of guys cut, a lot of big names cut that we're used to seeing on the field, and then they'll have the decision, should I accept this lower salary, or should I, just wait? And so that's why, it's going to be a weird free agency. There'll be big deals. There'll be excitement. But then you're also going to see some veterans who we know who are Pro Bowlers, who are recognizable names, going, I'm not getting what I want. I'm just going to sit here. And it might be a slower free agency than we've seen before.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.